Break the board sports. Click that like, hit subscribe. Major League Baseball playoffs. We got game 2 of the ALCS. Mariners able to sneak by and get a big one last night in Toronto. Just absolutely incredible after that 15 inning game there to close out game 5 against the Tigers, for them to be able to bounce back like that. And then for the Blue Jays, you're in a must-win spot now. You can't go back to Seattle down 0-2 or you're probably donesy. And then the NLCS kicks off with the Dodgers. Blake Snell versus the rookie Quinn Priester gets the call. So let's hop right into it again. Click that like, hit subscribe. Break the board sports, where we give you trend stats to help you become a better handicapper. We will give you our leans and our plays. Got a lot of plays today. Check out our hockey and Monday Night Football show. A lot of good plays there. We swept the board in the NFL yesterday. Hockey's off to a phenomenal start with only 2 losses on the season. Baseball playoffs have been good to us as well. So first game, Toronto Blue Jays laying $1.44. This one continues to tick down a little bit. Mariners plus 119 on the comeback. Your over-under in this is set at 7.5. Let's tackle the over-under first. 48% of tickets, 65% of the handle going to the over, 52% of tickets, and 35% of the handle going to the under 7.5. Now, as far as the game, it's all Toronto all the time. Followed the masses last night. Had the losses. I had the Blue Jays. 67% of bets, 81% of the handles on the Blue Jays. Again, a lot of people, it's a very square mindset way of thinking, but it's the reality. If the Blue Jays lose this, and Seattle's been a much better home team, I just don't know how Toronto recovers with 3 straight in Seattle. So only 33% of tickets and 19% of the handle is on the Seattle Mariners. Now, you can make the argument the Mariners got the pitching advantage. Blue Jays have taken 6 of the last 10 between them, but on the mound today, Logan Gilbert for the Mariners. 4-1 with a 2.30. He's finally struggled during the season, but has finally got back to being the Logan Gilbert of old. Hasn't given up more than 2 runs in any of his 5 starts. He faced Toronto one time, but it was way back in April this year. 4 2/3, 7 hits, 2 runs, 9 strikeouts for him. Trey Yesavage gets the call for the Blue Jays. 4-0 with a 2.33. His past 2 games, he hasn't given up a run, going 5 or 5 1/3 in both. His last outing against the Yankees went 5 1/3, 0 runs, 0 hits, 11 strikeouts. Absolutely just phenomenal outing for him. He hasn't faced the Seattle Mariners in his career yet, has he? So Seattle 4-1 their last 5 games, but against Toronto 3-6 over the last 9. Seattle though 6-1 on the road, and that's the thing really I talked about all year was the Mariners. If they could just win road games, this team is a team that could go and win a World Series. Toronto 7-2 their last 9, 6-1 their last 7 at home. The over is cashed 5 of the last 6 games for the Toronto Blue Jays in games that they've played in. Again, a must-win situation for the Blue Jays, and their contact-hitting team had some good contact last night. Ball just didn't land for them where they needed to. Their last 10 as a home favorite, Blue Jays 8-2, and they're 7-3 on the run line. Remember, yesterday I talked about that run line. You could lay that. Now, today, the run line for the Toronto Blue Jays, you can get some really good value on that. As I click up here in real time, Blue Jays on the run line plus $1.64. Now, when you look at player strikeout props, and again, a lot of props you can do here with no score first inning and all that good stuff to do some alternate totals. Again, I think most of this series is going to play to the under, despite some of the big bats that you see in this one. But if you go alt strikeout totals, if you go 6+ strikeouts for you, Savage, it gets you even money. Logan Gilbert, you can go 5+ strikeouts minus $1.60, or if you think he gets to 6 plus $1.32, I'm going to go ahead and grab the 6 plus $1.32. I'm going to put a half unit on that. And then you Savage, I'm going to put a half unit on his strikeout prop, 6+. You can find both of those at FanDuel. I'm also going to lay the $1.44 for a double unit. Listen, at this point, if the Blue Jays lose this game, you might as well don't even have to worry about betting them the rest of the year. Again, not sure how they would even come back from 0-2 in that respect. Your over-under, you could do some alt totals. Again, I think the under is going to be very live in each and every one of these games. If you go Gilbert over 4.5 strikeouts minus $1.60, or you Savage over 5.5, you go you Savage over 5.5 strikeouts at minus 102, or you could go, like we said, if you go the alt total, actually it gives you better odds because over 5.5, you guys hit 6 anyway. If you go you Savage for 6 strikeouts, okay, he's got to get at least 6, and you go the Toronto Blue Jays on the money line, which right now FanDuel has the best odds I see. That $1.44 at DraftKings, you can find $1.30 at FanDuel on the Blue Jays. You could go Blue Jays, you Savage 6+ strikeouts, and even throw the Toronto Maple Leafs in there plus 341. So I'm going to go ahead and write that down. Half unit on that as well for you Savage at 6, Blue Jays and Maple Leafs. And then again, I'm going to do a double unit on the Toronto Blue Jays minus $1.30 in this game. Half unit on the strikeout props for Gilbert to get 6+ plus $1.32 half unit. You Savage even half unit there on that one. Next game on the board is going to be the Los Angeles Dodgers laying, and let's see if we can find some better odds here for this. Dodgers laying $1.52, comeback plus 128 for the Brewers. Now, your over-under sits at 7.5 in this game. 67% of the bets, 67% of the handle on the visiting Dodgers. The home team, best team in the National League, the Brewers, 33% of tickets, 33% of the handle. Your over-under of 7.5, 62% of tickets to the over, which is 42% of the handle, 38% of bets, and 58% of the handle going to the under. And again, Dodgers are going to get a lot of love here. Quinn Priester, the rookie, gets the call. Got beat up a little bit in his last start. They're giving up 4 runs in 2/3 of an inning against the Cubs. He'll be opposed by Blake Snell. Blake Snell has been an absolute rock star, folks. He has been phenomenal. 5-0 with a .84 ERA his last 5 starts. Just been the best pitcher on the planet over the last month. Brewers have taken 8 straight meetings against the Brewers, and that includes all 6 meetings this year. The Brewers took them. And let's just run down through some of the scores. 6-5, 8-7, 2-0, 3-2, 3-1, 9-1, 6-4, 5-4. They haven't just beat the Dodgers. They've really, it's really been no contest in a lot of them. Now, the Dodgers, 10-1 straight up their last 11, but like we talked about, they've lost 8 straight to Milwaukee. And the Dodgers have been road warriors, 7-0 their last 7 road games. Brewers 4-1 their last 5 at home. Brewers, we talked about, they've beaten the Dodgers 8 straight. That includes 5 straight in Milwaukee. Now, the over is cashed 4 of the last 6 games for the Los Angeles Dodgers. Look, when I look at this, the Dodgers are just overwhelmingly a better team, right? Like the Brewers have been a really nice story. I don't want to take anything away from Milwaukee and what they've done this year. But I mean, even for the series, the Dodgers are minus 205 is the cheapest I see at FanDuel. So work with me a little bit here and kind of follow me. Dodgers are going to win this series. I understand the Brewers have beat them 8 straight times. I understand they've been the Dodgers' Achilles heel. Dodgers are just way better. They just are. Like I watched the Brewers in that Cubs series, and I know it's a rivalry. And the Brewers, I think through the regular season, you can see these teams play really well. And then playoff time, what shows up is how good you really are. So I don't want to lay 205 for the series, though I think the Dodgers are going to win the series. And I don't want to get into minus a game and a half and all that stuff. So just bet game 1 if you like the Dodgers. Bet that, and if it loses, you're probably going to get the Dodgers even money for the series, right? Because what I can see is I can see the Dodgers going down 0-2 and still winning the series. If Milwaukee doesn't win both of these games at home, I think the series is over before it even gets started. I think you're looking at 6 games max, right? The Dodgers could end it in LA. So again, Dodgers minus $1.52. Let's go ahead and make a play on that. And if it loses, you just turn around tomorrow and bet the Dodgers. Probably going to be minus $1.20 for the series, and you put a big bet on that. Dodgers are going to the World Series. I just can't. I know Milwaukee's won 8 straight. I get that. I understand that. I get the whole world's on the Dodgers. But this is going back to LA at least 1-1. Brewers aren't taking both games. I'll take the Dodgers in game 1 for a single unit. If it loses, then again, I'm going to get the Dodgers for the series, probably like minus $1.20. Take that for a triple unit. So again, our plays for today: Dodgers single unit. Then we're going to go the 3-team parlay. You savage 6+ strikeouts, the Blue Jays to win, and the Maple Leafs half unit on that plus 341. It's going to take Gilbert 5 strikeouts plus $1.32. And going to take the Toronto Blue Jays on the money line minus $1.30 for a double unit play. Again, click that like, hit subscribe, check out all of our content, giving you trends to help you become a better handicapper to handicap your own games. Anybody can be a handicapper, just takes work. God bless. Happy handicapping.